So we're going to move now to a standing type glute exercise for the saggy butt syndrome. And Scott's going to tell me what to do next to help out with this. So here we go. What am I doing?
So once you got the hip raises down that we just did, we're going to move into this what's called a body squat. A body squat is a natural functioning movement that everyone should be able to do. Why we have this
platform.
Thank you. Big word. Lost it. Why we have this platform right here is because a platform, a chair, a couch at home will lock you into the right position. It gives people that comfort to know there's something behind them when they squat, because what happens a lot of times with people that are brand new, when they try to squat, nothing's behind them, so they're basically worried about falling, so they don't get in the right posture. So what this will do is almost lock you to that correct posture right off the bat. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with about a hip width position. And what we're going to think about doing is just sitting back into the chair. Yep, we're just going to go sit down on it, and then we're going to stand up from there. And
really
what we're going to
just pretend
I want you to sit for right now. For the viewers, definitely for the beginners, just to sit. Now we know we can get down that far. We should be able to get back up. So what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and stand back up. And we're going to emphasize the squeezing of the glutes as we did on the floor. So when you're coming up, you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks really, really tight. Now, ideally, what we want to do is we don't want to use that as a crutch. So we just want to sit down. And basically, when we're sitting down, we just want to barely touch. So go ahead and try it. So you just barely touch, come up, and then squeeze the glutes tight. Once you got the hang of that, it's just not even sitting down. It's just down with a basically touch. And yeah, and you still want to go down a little bit more with a touch. What you want to look for is your thigh bone, what's called your femur, to be parallel with the floor, meaning horizontal with the floor. So and that's perfect right there. And then come up, squeeze the glutes tight, and your body's straight. You're done with the motion.
And what do you do with your arms?
So what I like to do with the hands is actually place them right there. Because what happens if you put them out in front of you, it'll pull you forward in the correct posture.
I see.
So what you want to do is, again, about 12 to 15 reps. You do a couple sets, multiples, about 2 to 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. Find out if you can walk the next day. If you're not able to walk the next day, probably a good idea to back it off. If everything's feeling good, you can actually attempt it the next day. And once you get to the point where, hey, this is becoming pretty easy, you can actually add a little weight. If you have one at home, you can hold a milk jug, you can hold a heavy book. And then once you've got the hang of that, then it's time to move to the next exercise.
Now, I know you said, Scott, too, if people have back issues, like they don't want to be compressing their spine, like with the barbell, they do like the milk jug or something like a dumbbell in front, or even a circle weight.
So that dumbbell in front just locks you automatically into that correct posture.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You just keep your abs tight, keep your head up, and it'll actually keep your back.
Okay,
nice and
awesome. That sounds good. Right. Now you had one more, a split squat?
Yeah, split squat. So once you have